My name is Weston Slater, and I'm a CG generalist / Houdini artist at Ghost VFX.
My name is Lina Engel, and I'm currently a compositor at Fat Belly VFX.
Hello, I'm Niccolo Barco. I'm actually working for Double Negative as a senior effects CD in London.
My name is Kim Walker, and I am the visual effects coordinator at Artifact Studios.
Hi, my name is Andrea Grappis, and I'm an effects artist at the Mainframe Studios.
My name is Kira Tchaikovsky, and I'm currently a 3D model and surfacing artist. I'm working at Icon.
I'm James, and my current position is now senior lighting and compositing artist at Icon.
My name is Irene Poo, and I am a technical artist at Phoenix Labs.
My name is Vince Paul. I'm currently a 3D generalist working at the in-house department for Superman Lois TV show right now.
My name is Luisa Hafiji, and I'm working as a freelancer biz dev artist.
I'm Brooke Sanders, and my current position is texturing and surfacing artist at Bardell Entertainment.
My name is Eduardo Zannella, and I'm currently working as an effects artist in N-Wave Digital, which is a feature animation company.
I would say how team-oriented it is. You work together, you solve issues as they come up together, which really helps you all learn the solution to the issue.
I think it's the fact that we go through every facet of every department and make sure that we master a very solid understanding of each one. And then after that, we go through and students have a choice to find and figure out what they really like and focus more in that area. But we're still also being challenged a lot to make sure that we have a very solid understanding of the other environments.
So, you need to be very self-motivated. I like that you had a broad coverage of all the different areas of production, so it gave you a good experience to see what you fit into and enjoy the most.
What stood out to me about the learning environment was that the classes were quite a bit smaller, so you really get a lot of one-on-one time with the teachers. And another thing is that the teachers are all currently working in the industry, which means we really get that experience talking to them and knowing what's going on in the studio currently.
So that it's a very generalist approach. So I think it's very useful in the future to be very flexible to find a job and not being like focused on only one thing. Just have that kind of mental gymnastic that always open us in the future learning environment. And also, yeah, I think just learning how to communicate, that saved me some trouble in during my career as well, because I was able to communicate in time and didn't manage to get in trouble.
What stood out to me about the learning environment was the smaller class sizes and the intimate learning. It just, again, it allows you to build on the team building and getting to know your instructors and getting to learn the tools a little bit better because you have smaller classes.
The professionalities of teachers, like seeing teachers being actually involved in actual working environments and how they can actually help you being part of that made a big difference for me.
One thing that stood out to me about the learning environment is the fact that everybody has to work together as a team. And we all have to learn to deal with each other's differences and also utilize other people's strengths in order to complete the project, which is something that I find that not a lot of schools really implement, that sort of teamwork mentality and really train you to be able to work well with other people.
The fact that we didn't have actual grades, which it wasn't just that you did something, it grade you on it. They actually kind of had to see how you got there, like had to show your work more or less. And it wasn't about grading it, it was just could you do it sort of thing, right?
I think the learning environment was really interesting in the way that it was divided into the 3 sections of you do the first section will have your personal project, which I think was good to kind of get yourself into, how CG works, how VFX works, how the pipelines work. And then you'll spend the next 2 terms working with the other classes or the class ahead of you or behind you, depending on where you are, to make a project together. So you work as a team to make one thing instead of a bunch of individual people making their own little things. And I think that's really cool because it kind of harks back to the whole studio environment thing where you're not just one man trying to do his own thing. You're a cog in this machine trying to make a bigger project than any one person could do, which I think is really neat. It's a great way to learn too, because you just kind of dive right on in and you get to sample a little bit of everything.
What stood out about the learning environment for me was that it felt good to have a team to work with and exchange ideas with and to help each other. And all the instructors were all great. They knew what they were talking about, and I could feel that they cared about what they did, about the students. It was just really cool.
So what stood out to me personally about the learning environment was that it really felt like a family. And since I was coming from Italy and I knew anybody and I was coming from the other side of the world, feeling in school like I was in a family was very, very important to me.